What's up, my friends? It's CMX once again. Today, I want to talk to you about my biggest come ups and failures with collectibles that is, buying and flipping, and the failures of losing out as well. So, I was joking around with some community members, catching cryptids and frostbite labs. I was like, there's no market in MetaZoo right now, and MetaZoo is a card game. So, uh, he had rebutted that, you know, a certain set was selling for like $80 a box. And when you look out the sold listings, there's only four of them listed in the past couple weeks. So, you don't go to Goodwill and look at four suits that are selling for $7 a piece on a Tuesday and say, "Man, there's a market for suits at Goodwill." No, no. So it's like a yard sale, but it's all in jest. But I was thinking, man, what about my come ups and my failures? I wanted to talk about them because I try to be transparent in the channel, right? And it's good to talk about things that you've struggled with or overcame and the ups and downs of the hobby. So one of my biggest come ups in MetaZoo was the last time I really was making money off MetaZoo. I used to purchase from Card Shop Live the CN2 boxes for like $50 a piece, and the shipping was super cheap with them for whatever reason. I'd buy a box a week, I'd buy it, and then I'd sell it online for $5 a pack, and I would make about $100 off the boxes because the topper would sell for like $20 as well. So I'll just buy one a week, make $100, and it'd probably be a little less than that after fees and all that. But for me, it was a really good way of making some side money when I really needed it. I made a big change in life where I switched jobs. I was regional manager at a small company, and I switched over to being an entry level position at a slightly larger company that had way bigger opportunities for me down the road. And I banked on myself, and now I am a manager in the current position. I'm making more than it was, but I had taken a $10,000 pay cut in order to kind of gamble on myself. And I thought in 5 years I could be in management. It took me six, but hey, uh, I had goals for myself, and because of the risks that I took, I was losing out on money, so I needed some side hustle money, and I built a business out of it as well, and a couple of things that I did to kind of make ends meet. That's a little bit of a side. So money was really helpful to me, and then my biggest failure in cards was I had purchased almost a full case. Maybe it was a case and a half. I don't know. I don't remember. All I remember is it was like $75 per box for UFO. It's a set in MetaZoo that came out after Wilderness, and I did not recoup my money whatsoever. Nobody was buying it. Nobody wanted to touch it. It was a complete failure of a set. Complete failure of it as far as being able to make a profit off of it. So that was my biggest failure, and that was the last time I was like, I will not sell Zoo anymore. Like, not that quantity, not that much risk of money. Like, never again. The other side, let's talk about comics. My biggest loss in comics was I had anticipated when the first Venom came out. I was like, man, I'm gonna buy up as many first appearance of Carnage because Carnage is gonna happen. He's gonna come soon. So I bought as many copies as I could, pressed them, graded them, and got them ready to sell as soon as that trailer dropped. And when the trailer dropped, I listed all of them on eBay, and the first couple sold for like $300, $400, and then the last few of them, because everybody else had the same idea, let's list them all together. The last couple, it was oversaturated market. They were selling for like $100. So overall, I made a couple bucks on it, but it was not worth the time, the effort, and just everything that went on with that to try to get a comeuppance. So that was my biggest loss or failure, I should say. It wasn't really a loss, but it was a failure in comics. My biggest gain in comics was I went to Portal game shop and comic book shop that's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, looking through the dollar bin boxes, and there was a Moon Knight #1. I think it was like the volume 4 or 3, maybe 5. I don't know, but it was a really cool cover. I remember seeing the cover and I'm like, hey, I really like this cover. I think people are gonna like this. It was a second print. I had not seen a second print graded before, and there was nothing on the census. So I got it, pressed it, sent it out, came back at 9.8. Only $9.8 that was ever been graded. So I took it, waited for Moon Knight, the trailer to drop. I posted it online. I had to buy it now of 150 bucks. And eBay, for some reason, eBay had this thing where if people are bidding a lot or the bids are going up rapidly, they take off to buy it now. And I don't know if they still have that, but that's ingenious for them because they're like, oh, we can make more money off of it. But it went way past the 150. It actually sold for $648. That was my biggest come up because I only spent $1 for the book, and then I spent $25 to get it graded, and shipping costs and all that, and margin of costs for pressing it myself and all that. But that was great. That's a huge margin of profit off that book. So that's it. That's my story. Some ups, some downs. Let me hear you. What are your ups and downs in collectibles, selling, buying, trading, flipping, whatever you want to say? All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Be cool, do good, and be nice to each other.